In this series of short videos, we like to have a conversation with you about mentoring. Like any conversation, you'll have your views, we'll have ours. But that's very normal in a conversation, isn't it? And it's precisely what we at the Nautical Institute want. In this first short video, we're going to look at the basics of mentoring. What is mentoring? Who can be a mentor? And the key ingredients of mentoring.
Okay, well, what is mentoring? I think that's very complicated to start with, because most people look at training, most people look at giving a lecture, most people, quite often when you hand over knowledge, it's one-way traffic.
And mentoring is a way to keep good environment, build a relationship, improve safety, and build the person up so that he can someday pass on to the others.
I think on board ship it comes down to having respect for other people and including them in everything. And that should just happen naturally. It should be from the minute somebody steps on board a vessel that they get shown around the ship, they get shown the safety equipment, they get taught how to use it, that there should be a common language on board ship, that everybody can understand each other.
And you don't even have to use the word mentor or mentee. You can just say, I'm not going to, literally, I'm not going to stand on your shoulder and say, do this, do that. But have you thought about doing it this way?
Well, first of all, it will need to be a mutual interest of doing it. It will have to be that both people involved in this relationship would like to be there. And it cannot be that, okay, you're going to be the mentor for this person and this person is going to mentor you.
The chemistry should be there. And the willingness to reach out and to do that good and to invest in others should be there.
There has to be a few, I won't say formal guidelines, but guidelines in general that people who are not naturally mentors or not naturally teachers can hold on to and say, okay, well, if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will work to a certain extent.
And it doesn't have to be a formal, written down on a paper. It can be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes when you meet or when you see each other. Sometimes when I develop people, I want to put them in a situation where they are a little bit uncomfortable. And quite often, one of the biggest things that we do with the bridge officer is when we give them a chance to maneuver the ship. It is quite exciting and it is a little bit nervous because it's a big ship and it's a lot of things going on. And then you see how they are doing, and they are moving the ship and they are doing a little bit with the thrusters, and then they're coming out and then they look at me for approval. Towards the end of the maneuver, you can see the confidence coming in with them, and you can see the smile on the face. They're not even walking anymore. They're flying. They're levitating.
Well, I think that the mentorship can come from everybody that it's next to you or you are working with, because first you need to establish like a connection with someone and to start to knowledge and to start to sharing the knowledge.
On board a cargo ship, for example, when I was first went away to sea as a cadet, it was the bosun that was my manager. He gave me my work to do every day, and I would go out on deck with the deckhands, and the deckhands would show me how to chip the deck, how to paint the deck, how to treat different surfaces. So mentoring is not just from the top end, not just from the captain and senior officers at all. It goes right the way down through the ship.
Maybe some people doesn't know that they are doing mentorship when they are sharing their knowledge like a simple conversation. Maybe they didn't notice, but we are doing every day at the moment, even when you are talking with someone. I was on my first ship and they explained me we will have a pre-briefing before the departure, and the captain will come here and they start to ask about the different conditions that we are facing at that moment. My officer was telling me, okay, let's take the chart Let's see how you will explain in just in case the captain asks you. So the captain, when he came, at the beginning you feel so nervous, oh my god, maybe I will say something that is bad or is wrong, but when you have the confidence in the environment that you are working, you don't feel afraid about it. And was very helpful for me because the next voyage I was already prepared before to go to my ship.
There is so many different things that you can never ever learn in a school. All these things have to be transferred into practical knowledge.
In an ideal world, if all the maritime schools everywhere in the world would have the same sort of little module about how to deal with your cadets, how to deal with your trainees, how to deal with this person that you mentor, that would stop a lot of issues already.
I certainly don't feel it's been a topic that is certainly discussed in the colleges. I've not worked on the management side of shipping companies, but I think that probably a lot of people working in the office, they're very busy and they're very busy doing other things, not so much thinking about mentoring on board ship.
This has to come into the shipping industry more because these are barriers and we need to be educated on this.
I know that your background is different to mine as we're all following our unique career paths, but we have so much in common, particularly the mentors we've met and how they've helped us so far. I'm convinced mentoring is key to creating stronger teams, better working environments, and ultimately safer ships. Do you agree? Do you think mentoring is widely practiced on board ships around the world? And if not, do you think it should be? Do you have any stories you'd like to share? Please join us in our conversation through the Nautical Institute's social media platforms. And why not take a look at our book, Mentoring at Sea, the 10-Minute Challenge.